young, and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful Friday. The sun is shining, but honestly, I am entirely too distracted by the absolute madness that just went down on our favorite soap. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's unpack this together, because I have so many thoughts, and I just need to vent to people who actually understand what is happening in Genoa City right now. I am literally shaking as I type this, because I cannot even begin to process the absolute bombshell that the writers just dropped on us. I mean, I am sitting here at 2 in the morning staring at my screen, completely and utterly mind-blown by what just happened. Sienna Bacall is an assassin. Are you actually kidding me right now? I know we all felt that something was a little off about her. Like nobody is just that perfectly sweet and innocent while willingly hanging out in a place like the Shadow Room and dating into the Newman family. But an actual cold-blooded hitwoman from Los Angeles? I did not see that coming at all. And the way it was revealed. Because of course, it was Matt Clark who dropped the truth bomb. Matt Clark. I hate him. We all hate him. The man is a walking nightmare who has tortured the Newman family for what feels like decades. But somehow the writers just made him the catalyst for the biggest twist of the year. I can't believe they did that. I mean, Matt and Sienna were married. They were married. And they are divorced now because she is apparently too unhinged even for him. Let that sink in for a minute. When Matt Clark, the ultimate psychopath, looks at you and decides you are too toxic and dangerous for his life, you know you are a certified monster. Let's just back up for a second and talk about the confrontation scene because it was pure cinematic gold. Sienna was doing her usual routine, making a massive scene, causing absolute chaos to get everyone's attention and play the innocent victim. She has been playing this poor, misunderstood bartender role so perfectly, acting like Matt is just her big, bad, abusive ex-husband who won't leave her alone. But Matt just snapped. He wants her out of Genoa City so badly because he wants to be the only villain in town, so he just completely exposed her. He didn't just hint at her past, he ripped the mask right off her face in front of everyone. The look on Sienna's face when the truth came out was chilling. Like, the sweet, innocent girl just melted away and these cold, dead killer eyes appeared. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. The assassin thing is crazy enough on its own, but the fact that she is the mastermind behind the biggest crimes in Genoa City this year? I am losing my mind trying to connect all these dots. I have been watching since 2015, and this is honestly the best and most terrifying thing they have done in years. Let's talk about Jack Abbott getting stabbed. Remember when Jack was bleeding out and we were all having heart attacks thinking we were going to lose the patriarch of the Abbott family? We all thought it was Patty Williams who orchestrated it. Patty literally confessed to it. Tracy dragged the confession out of her. But no, Patty was just the unhinged foot soldier. Sienna was the one pulling the strings the entire time. Why? What is her endgame with the Abbotts? Is she working for someone else? Or is she just a chaotic, evil genius who loves to watch legacy families burn? And Diane. Oh my gosh. Diane's kidnapping makes so much more sense now, but it is also so much more terrifying. Remember when Diane was locked in that horrifying padded room with Dr. Lawrence Markham? We all thought Markham was the big bad wolf. We thought he was this rogue, psychopathic psychiatrist working with Patty to torture Diane just for the fun of it. But Sienna is their boss. Sienna is the ally of Markham and Patty. She orchestrated the entire kidnapping. She is the reason Diane was losing her mind in that room. An assassin from LA came to our little town and just systematically started destroying the Abbotts from the shadows while serving drinks at the local club. I just have to pause and think about the sheer logistics of Sienna's alliance with Patty and Markham, because how does that even work? Patty is completely insane. She kidnapped Abby and Dominic. She blackmailed Jack for sex. How on earth was a cold, calculating hitwoman like Sienna keeping Patty in line? Or maybe she wasn't. Maybe Patty going rogue and kidnapping Ashley's family was what made Sienna's master plan start to fall apart. And Markham, a corrupt doctor taking orders from a 20-something bartender who is secretly a killer. The power dynamic there is fascinating, and I desperately need a whole flashback episode just showing how these three teamed up in the first place. Okay, back to the point, because I need to talk about Nick Newman. If you have been paying attention to the timeline, you remember back in May when Nick relapsed so hard. He was hallucinating, driving high, and almost died in that horrific crash. And who sold him the drugs? Sienna? Yes, Sienna was the one who went out, got the fentanyl, and sold it to Nick. At the time, we just thought she was a bartender making a quick buck, or maybe Matt forced her to do it to ruin Nick's life. But now it all makes perfect, terrifying sense. She wasn't just selling drugs, she was executing a calculated hit on the Newman family's golden boy. She wanted Nick to spiral. She wanted him dead. She is a literal assassin using addiction as her weapon to take out her targets without leaving fingerprints. That is so dark. Even for this show, she was systematically destroying the Newmans and the Abbotts at the exact same time, playing them all against each other while smiling in their faces. She is the ultimate villain, and we were all completely fooled. I mean, I pride myself on guessing soap plots, but I was totally blind to this one. I cannot even fathom what Victor Newman is going to do when he finds out the full truth about this woman. Victor has been hyper-focused on destroying Matt Clark and Phyllis. He has been treating Matt like the ultimate threat to his family's safety. But the real threat was serving drinks at his grandson's nightclub and sleeping in his grandson's bed. Victor is going to lose his absolute mind. He already hates anyone who breathes near his family. But an undercover assassin who supplied life-threatening drugs to his son and orchestrated the stabbing of his longtime rival Jack, Victor is going to go scorched earth. I am here for it, honestly. I want to see the mustache unleash absolute hell on Sienna. And what about this Los Angeles connection? Why LA? Was she tied to some underground mob out there? She was a hit woman in LA, married to Matt Clark. And then what? She just followed him to Genoa City for fun? No, I don't buy that for a second. If she is an assassin, she was sent here on a contract. Who hired her? Was it someone from Victor's dark past? Was it someone who hates the Abbotts enough to want Jack dead and Diane tortured? The implications are massive, and I am going to be obsessing over this until we get answers. I know some people are loving this twist, but personally, I am just so conflicted about Matt Clark right now. Don't get me wrong, I still want him in jail forever. He is a monster who has done unforgivable things. But the irony that he is the one who saved Genoa City from an even bigger monster, it is kind of brilliant writing, I have to admit. Sometimes I contradict myself because I am just so emotional about these characters, right? Like, I absolutely hate Matt, but I kinda respect the hustle of just throwing your assassin ex-wife under the bus because you are tired of her drama. He literally exposed a hit woman just because he wanted her out of his territory. It is hilarious and terrifying all at once. But let's talk about the real victim here, Noah Newman. Poor, sweet, incredibly gullible Noah. I have been watching this show for years, and Noah has always had a blind spot when it comes to women with dark secrets. Remember when they tried this kind of innocent girl with a dark past angle before with his other exes? Yeah, didn't work then either because he always gets his heart broken. But this takes the cake. Noah has been defending Sienna with his life. He literally fought Matt Clark over her. He pushed his own mother, Sharon, away because he thought his family was just being paranoid and mean to his new girlfriend. And all this time, he was sleeping next to a literal killer. The devastation on Noah's face when Matt exposed her identity. I felt so bad for him, but also, I was screaming "I told you so" at my television screen. How could he be so blind? But then again, she is a trained assassin, so lying is literally her profession. What happens to Noah now? The timeline spoilers said Noah and Sienna left for LA recently. But if she is an exposed assassin, did she kidnap him? Is he a hostage right now? Or is Noah so incredibly brainwashed and broken by this betrayal that he actually went with her to LA to try and save her from herself? If Noah thinks he can fix a literal hit woman, he is beyond help, and Sharon is going to need to stage an intervention immediately. Sharon is going to have a complete nervous breakdown over this, by the way. She just got Nick into rehab. She is dealing with Mariah's terrifying legal mess with Devon, and now her son is tied to a Los Angeles assassin. Give Sharon a break. I mean, how much can one mother take before she just completely snaps? I am just so overwhelmed by the pacing and the storytelling right now. This is one of the most insane, convoluted, yet somehow perfectly executed twists they have done in a very long time. It feels like a massive web, and we were all just flies caught in it, completely unaware of the spider in the center. The drugs with Nick, the mysterious doctor, Markham, Patty's sudden return to power and violence, it all traces back to Sienna. It is brilliant. And think about the Abbotts. Jack and Diane are already at each other's throats. Diane is traumatized. Jack is traumatized. Kyle is making stupid, dangerous deals with Patty in jail. When they find out that the person who orchestrated all their misery, the person who made Jack bleed out and locked Diane in a padded room, was just chilling at the local nightclub, making out with Noah Newman, the rage is going to be palpable. Ashley might actually literally kill Sienna herself. Ashley is already feral after Abby and Dominic were kidnapped. If Ashley gets her hands on Sienna, we won't even need Victor to take her out. Ashley will do it with her bare hands. I am just so wired right now. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Am I the only one who is completely mind blown by this massive reveal? Are you guys team Sienna is a great villain? Or team this is too crazy even for a soap opera? I kinda love it, but I am also dreading the fallout because I know my favorite characters are going to suffer so much. I need a nap, but I am too hyped up on adrenaline to even close my eyes. Drop your theories in the comments below. Who hired Sienna? What is her real name? And most importantly, is Noah going to survive this complete disaster? Let me know.